Hey, you guys, it's your girl. Sound like Dion. I just wanted to sign on today and really just have a talk about what do you do when you don't have anyone else to blame, right? When you get what you pray for, God places you where you can hear Him and you don't know what to do. You know, I prayed a prayer just the other day, probably within the past week. And I said, Lord, I just need time and I need space. And He did that. He did just that. And the silence is loud. The silence is very loud. And I said all this to say that we can only play victim for so long. At some point in time, we have to trust God. At some point in time, we have to act in faith and not just by words. At some point in time, we have to really and truly let go. Let go of everything. I mean, just really totally surrender, because He will put you in a place. He will strip you of everything. He will strip you of everything. I mean, it's not yours from the jump. Those are temporary comforts that He loans to us, provides for us, because He loves us, right? And I don't know whether to laugh to myself or cry. You know, at some point you got to get tired of cycles. You have to get tired of cycles. You have to see your situation for what it is and trust God to bring you out of it. You know, and be honest with yourself, because God is truth. He is truth. And once He reveals the truth to you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's a daily surrender. It's a daily surrender. And He's with you every step of the way. He's with you every step of the way. You know, yeah, He's with you every step of the way. He said He will not leave you nor forsake you. But we always talk about how we like tangible things. We're human. We like tangible things. We like things that we can touch. We like things that we can feel. We like things that will stimulate our senses. And if it's not stimulating our senses the way that we want to, then it's not real. But God will show you who He is in so many ways. In so many ways. And we have to trust His presence. He is in and of all things. So to have that relationship with Him, He reveals Himself in so many different ways. Oh my gosh, I can tell you some stories. And He will warn you in so many different ways. Yeah. And sometimes He brings you to a place where you can't do anything but be still. Can't do anything but be still. I tell you what, I'm grateful for this picture window. Because me and Honey, we just sit here. We've sat here all day. And just, aside from our walk, and I went to the store because it's January, but it is absolutely beautiful. So why not walk, right? Yeah, I'm grateful for this picture window. And I just walked to the store just to get some fresh air and enjoy the sun. It's the small, simple things. And at some point you have to trust. At some point you have to let go. At some point you have to know that you are no longer in control. Right? At some point you have to know you're no longer in control. It's only you and God. And you have to surrender it all to Him, because He's the only one that can make all things new. He's the only one that can give you peace. He's the only one that can restore your joy. He's the only one that will comfort you when your heart is broke. He's the only one that will heal you. He's the only one that can mend your broken heart. He's the only one that will fight for you. He's the only one that will defend you. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one that will give you faithful love. He's the only one that will be loyal to you. He's the only one that I can go on and on. I can go on and on. I can go on and on. Your life can change in an instant. In an instant. In an instant. We all just one decision away. Just one decision away. That's why it's so important to have faith and put your trust in Him. He gave His life for us, so why not? That's non-negotiable in a sense, right? Someone die for you, and you don't want to in turn give your life to them. think for me, my biggest battle is I want to be a good daughter. And I want so bad to please him as my father. And I think that's probably my biggest battle within myself, right? Because I'm so overzealous with my faith and my relationship with him and how he's shown up in my life. And I just want to show him that I'm so grateful. I just want to show him that I'm so grateful. I just want to tell him that I'm so grateful. I want to show him how much I love him in action. Because he loved me first, because he gave his life for me, because he has done so much. I want to show him in action how much, just how much. So if being still is what I gotta do and what I need to do, I will be still and know that he is my God. I will trust him and I will be still. If he doesn't do anything else, he's done enough. Y'all have a good night. I love you guys to life, and soon, real soon, I'll share my story